Have any show and tell this week?
Yeah, we got some show and tell.
Yeah.
What you got for us this week, Miles?
Hopefully we got some championship rings on there.
Oh, speaking of which, Taylor Gooch had a video. And Liv gave him, since he was overall champion individual, they gave him a champion ring. And he was like, this is the coolest gift I've ever gotten.
That's cool.
That's cool.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Shank.
I just want to say,
all I can say is
you
we call
heard it. You heard it here first on this podcast. I said TaylorMade's going to start a company with Tiger.
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously, it
100%.
leads you to believe, where's the TW logo?
The writing,
Nike
he
has
doesn't
to
own it.
Nike has to own
the
it.
writing was on the wall. I was trying to figure out with all the little lines and everything in the cat
If it spelled
if
something.
it had like a TW or something, but I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I can't figure it out.
I think you said it before the podcast. I mean, it's 100%. This is just giving me Greg Norman shark vibes.
Yep.
Now,
It's just I don't
Hello?
like the logo. I don't like that logo.
Yeah.
That's a personal thing. I think Greg Norman Apparel has made a big jump. I think they make some decent stuff now. But
here's a what if. What if they don't release any red shirts?
It's red and black right there.
I mean, it's Sunday Red is
What
a
if-
company
what if-
name.
what
What
if
if
it's-
they
what if
gotta
it's
have a red
only-
shirt in that line?
What if it's only red and black?
What if that's the only color?
I was gonna
It's
say
a light red, a dark red.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you actually look at the business listings, it says lifestyle apparel, like little gadget stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're gonna have stuff for the golf course.
I know
too.
they're gonna have
It's-
stuff for the golf course.
It's a
but
golf apparel brand.
You
let's
can
face
tell
it.
this is almost like a.
I mean, you
like
could
a
say Greg
soft-
Norman is a lifestyle apparel brand.
True. Yeah, would you guys buy that?
No.
Put it on that shirt.
I
On the
love
shirt.
Tiger, but
No.
please don't do that.
But it leads you to kind of, I want to see the first line of clothing that comes out for them.
Yeah.
You know, because it's every manufacturer that has been introduced into the market, their
It's
first
gonna sell
product. Right. Well, no, I mean, their first
golf
product
fans
is
are
never as
crazy.
good. I get it. They got more money and they got everything else, but, you know, you're going to supposedly a new apparel company. You know, what's the feel going to be? What's the look going to be?
Yeah.
You know, is it going to be nothing but mock necks?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I say,
I
I mean,
hate
Commit
that.
to it.
if
Commit
it's
to
that
it.
look there that they got on that picture,
Miles, you haven't been playing golf for a long time. Would you buy a golf shirt with that logo on it?
that's a no.
It depends. It has potential.
He had
Yeah.
to think about it for a while. So.
I think you can make a cool hat with that
Yeah,
logo.
that's a cool hat logo,
Like,
yeah.
I could see a head cover.
Yeah,
I don't see it on a golf shirt, but
Yeah.
it might not even be a golf shirt logo.
may not. Yet to be determined.
I also don't own a single TW logo golf shirt just because I don't like the fit.
Yeah, I only have hats.
Um,
From, like El Cardinal.
I don't think I've ever had any TW stuff.
All right, so what,
I used to have a
what
white
rating
one
are we
back.
giving?
I'm going to say it's a shank right now because we don't see it on any clothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shank.
I gotta agree, Shank. I mean, I'm sure they'll sell a ton of stuff.
I'm
Right?
saying
It's TaylorMade
my-
and Tiger Woods. But I don't know. I feel
right now it's a shank because I'm just going off the logo.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, a little orange whip action. What was he doing?
Okay, so I sent this to Miles. It's a I read a report about it and I had to see it to be true. A video came out. That's C.J. Stroud, quarterback for the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Going to be a
Stud.
star. Just
Yeah,
absolute
stud.
stud. He warms up with an orange whip swing trainer.
Right, but he's a former baseball player. He was really super good. I mean, that right there, that's a baseball stance. That's a baseball.
Oh, he was swinging it like a baseball
correct.
bat.
So it's not like he's out there working on
And-
his drivers
and
and
why-
swing speed,
and-
but
and-
it is an orange whip though.
I thought it.
So-
I think this, and I'll look at this photo. Jeez, a photo video. I was trying to combine the two.
Fitty.
I think this is a birdie because what he's doing in this swing trainer is just a coordination drill to
Yeah.
get his body connected. His arms are doing something different than his lower body, and he's doing it continuously over time.
So he's practicing a releasing motion.
It's not a static.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Well, you saw Dak Prescott a few years ago
swinging
come out
motion.
with his
Yeah.
little, hip shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't realize the quarterback position and how important the hips are. You know, and it's just like you said, a rotational thing.
How
and that's what
often?
golfers,
But how often do you step on the golf course? Your hips haven't moved like this once, and you try to hit that first drive,
they're tight.
yeah.
Never.
right?
I say I think it's just showing you that
You gotta
if
stretch when you get older, boys.
Well, yes,
Yes, you do.
Just showing if anything, like golf is an athletic sport.
It's coordination.
And it's just an athlete that's practicing his athleticism and coordination and rotation.
Right. Where does his speed come from? You know,
Again,
From those three things.
correct.
I'm not going to free plug Orange Whip here because I'll be honest, as far as training stuff, I don't like to use it so much because how heavy
I don't
it
think
is.
it's necessarily just the orange whip, and it's not necessarily that it's like
I think
football
any
or
type
golf
of
thing.
stretching mobility thing.
But I think what it shows golfers is you got to start thinking more as an athlete than just as golfers.
I'll have to disagree
compete.
with that. I think the weight helps build in rhythm and timing, which I think is so important in the golf swing. So
For sure.
agree to disagree, but
Yeah.
And for all you local quarterbacks, we have plenty of orange whips in the shop.
Stop by and get yours today. All right, we'll give it a birdie.
If you if you can throw it like CJ Stroud, you're going somewhere.
Birdie. Good on this customer for coming in and maximizing
What he currently had.
What he currently has. You know, he absolutely loves those clubs, loves the feel of them, and then those BB&F Go Ferrells look pretty mean with those grips, and that shaft is.
Nine times out of 10, we can make what you currently have a completely different golf.
So this was actually one of my fittings, and this customer was it was a lot of fun actually. He came in, he had a very clear objective and goal what he wanted to do, what he wanted to accomplish, and to that point he had already kind of decided the shafts he wanted to switch to into his irons. We tried that, and he hit those up well, but what he struggled with the shaft he had picked was there wasn't really a weight option in that shaft that really suited his swing tempo and speed.
So he'd be sacrificing something.
He was making a sacrifice one way or the other to go in that shaft. So that was when we threw in this new Dart V here, US Team Mamiya Dart V, because it gave us a weight option that we didn't have in the other shaft. And it was immediate, suited his tempo, started flushing it. And so we did this build from there. But it was pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, I was across in the other bay doing another fitting while this was going on, and the conversation, there's a lot of laughter because I think it was almost a light bulb moment.
Yeah.
And they turned out great. Those great Big Berthas, they're a great iron.
So they're a sneaky good iron.
They're a sneaky good iron. Yes, they are up there.
Yeah.
as far as price, but I mean, you just got to make your clubs work for you, and that's the most important thing. So clubs, flush, birdie, whatever we call it, shafts. I mean, I'm putting those shafts in my new irons. The grips, shank. But
to each their own. Wow.
But that's a personal opinion. That's a personal opinion. They only have to feel good.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
Super stroke last week. Golf prep this week.
That's a weird.
Sorry, guys.
That's a weird feeling.
Apparently,
grip.
Nikki just don't like grips.
If it's not leather, it's not on my clubs.
Yeah.
I just put a new grip on my putter.
You don't got to justify it. You
don't.
don't got to justify it.
I don't got to justify.
It's funny. I wouldn't picture
Wow.
that. I wouldn't picture the F4 shaft with that club head combo.
You wouldn't normally, but I mean,
Yeah,
But
that's what makes it so
this
great.
shows you
This
there's
what-
no one way
right.
to do it.
Correct.
But this is, and like Caleb was saying, because a lot of the companies in graphite, they only go to 105. And these new Dart Vs, you can get 90x flexes in these iron shafts.
Which, by the way, you cannot get this shaft from Callaway or from really any
So it's a
Nope.
fitting studio exclusive.
It's a fitting
shaft.
studio exclusive. So you have to find someone that understands how the shaft operates. But it's
Overall rate.
Flush.
Flush.
Yeah, flush.
Yeah.
We took something that he's had for a while and made it
We took something he already liked, and he likes it better
way
now.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, those are cool. It looks like dragon scales.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Opinionated, what do you think?
Let me marinate.
Let's marinate.
It could also be
I think it's fish scales.
could be like a redfish scales.
Mm-hmm.
It's scales of some sort. I don't think it really matters what kind.
As long as they leave it like that and don't do any paint fill, I think it'll be all
You
right.
got to have some green paint fill in there.
I'm gonna keep
Plus-
it.
Plus, I need to see the ferrule combination with it before I make any judgment.
Yeah, if you put
all
a
the way
stock
around.
ferrule on this,
Yeah.
bogey shank mix. But I'm gonna keep this consistent. I said it because when we had that P790 that had the Mustang, like the fighter jet kind of paint out, I said it was a shank if it's on one club since it was like a 3-iron. Or I mean, it's a flush. It's a shank if it's on other clubs because that's just a little too much.
Yeah.
Now, since this is just on the irons and on the same spot, I'm gonna kind of flip it a little bit. This wouldn't look good on one iron.
So you said you're going to be consistent, but
Well,
now you're going to
yeah,
flip
true.
it.
I'm consistently
I'm
inconsistent.
consistently inconsistent.
You know what that
Yes.
is? That's
I'm
interesting.
confused now.
That's interesting. I'm paranoid of a paranoid. It's paranoid of its paranoid. Shank.
Okay.
Okay. It's just, yeah. I don't know. Shank.
I'd like to know a little bit more of the background of the person and what is that? Is that
My nickname's Fleming.
is that a fish scale? Is the guy a big fish? Is that Boo Weekly? I mean, is it who has that that scale look?
The craftsmanship's
that
awesome.
actually
I think
might
it
be
is.
snake scales.
I think
actually.
it's.
You're right.
I think anybody that tries stuff like that. I mean, obviously
That craftsmanship's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to say
I'll say
flush
flush.
because of the craftsmanship and how different it looks. I think that's one of the reasons why we started doing BB&F Co. and all these different builds. We like to be different. I think this is another way of showing some individuality and style, and I really like it a lot.
Listen, I think because it's a pattern, like I think in this case, I think it looks a little more tasteful.
Yeah.
Like it could be like that P-51 Mustang one we had a few weeks ago. That one looked to me a little gaudy,
Yeah.
But this this is almost
This is more unique and to the individual. You can already
customized.
tell.
So because of that, I think it's an aesthetic thing. It's a pattern. It looks like it's done well. I'm gonna give it a birdie.
I just want to know.
It's not quite what I would like be my cup of tea.
I'd
or
like to
anything
see
like
that.
If
on
I
the
was
ranch.
like a charter captain,
Oh,
this
that
would
would
be
be cool.
awesome.
Yeah, but I think it's cool.
I think it's. I mean, I think it's cool.
Different strokes for different folks.
It's his clubs. He only has to
That's
justify
only one
it.
person's got to like it.
When someone tells me, it's like, I don't like the way your clubs look. I don't care.
that club will always be turned into the pro shop. Oh no.
Yeah, you don't have to put shaft labels on those.
Yeah, we know whose they are. But yeah, I'll give it a birdie.
Well, thanks everyone. We appreciate you listening. If you haven't already, turn on those push bell notifications.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Later.